Hello, and welcome to Martin College Online Study Skills Series. This is stage 1 of 2 tutorials to help you to write that report for your assessment. Each slide will give you information to guide you through the process. The voiceover will explain each point further. During this, you might like to take notes as you proceed through the tutorial. Remember, you can always review the slides as many times as you wish. If you require further explanation, contact any one of the teachers who will always be prepared to assist you. How many times have you sat and stared at a blank piece of paper or screen, not knowing how or where to begin? This stage of your 2 tutorials on report writing will show you simple steps to start the procedure. Stage 2 will continue to help you master your report writing to achieve a successful result. Stage 1 is understanding and planning your report. This includes how to start, how to plan your time frame, the researching process, recording details for referencing, and summarizing or paraphrasing the collected information. Your first step is to understand what you are required to research. Look at your assignment question and any requirements and determine what you have been given. You can do this by underlining or highlighting the key points. Next, you need to brainstorm what information is necessary for you to develop a complete and accurate document. You can use paper or the computer to create your action plan. This plan is for you to know what and where to research the required information. There are several ways this can be done. One way is to create a mind map. There are many websites, including the one listed on the following slide, that can show you how to create a mind map. This can be as simple or as complicated as you wish. Using colour makes it easy for you to follow when you begin your researching. Another way is shown on slide number 6. You might remember being shown this at school. We call it the 5 W's plus the H. This is the website that were useful to help you to plan your information for efficient researching. This slide shows the second way to plan to help you to determine the requirements of your document. Ask the questions and write down your answers. You now have the outline of information required and you are ready to commence your research. You can combine both methods, the 5 W's and the mind map, to ensure that all requirements have been explored. This will help you to keep on track and not be distracted when researching, particularly on the internet. To ensure your assignment is completed by the deadline, be aware of the time frame. At the beginning of each assessment, you have been given 100% of your time to plan, research, write and edit your report. Acceptable approximate time frames are shown on this slide. Ensure you leave time after your draft to review and edit. On the following slide, you will find the link to Queensland University of Technology. This shows you an assignment calculator to plan your time for each stage of your assignment. Try it and see how easy it is to organize each step of your assignment through to its completion. Use the given URL on this slide and try this great assignment calculator from Queensland University of Technology to plan your time for each stage of your assignment. What is research? Research is when you will collect the relevant information required. Usually, you find too much information. Then you will need to read and extract the relevant parts as you go. Make notes about how it fits into the structure of your report. Organize your research by keeping all like information together, perhaps in plastic pockets, and label them for easy access. In the graph shown here, the steps are divided into getting the information and then using that information effectively. Researching and retrieving the relevant information is basically easy and fun. Then comes the tedious part, sorting and collating in order to correctly interpret and analyze in preparation to writing your draft copy. Locating information. Which sources will you choose? This will depend on the information or data required. In the workplace, for example, your first step would be company files and colleagues, followed then by the internet. As a student, as well as using the internet, remember to use the resources supplied for your use in the library, as well as the EBSCO database of journals and e-books on the Martin College online library. As you research, make sure to record the bibliographic information. This will be used by you for referencing the extracted material, whether it is from written text, internet, surveys or interviews. All sources of material used must be referenced both within the text and at the end of the document in the list of references. You will learn the APA method of referencing in another tutorial in the Study Skills series. The examples shown on this slide are using a book, a website, or image as the source of your information. If you record and label your information as you research, it will make it easier for you to ultimately reference. The following slide will give you an example of how to reference from an internet source. This is a screenshot of a website you have access to find information for an assessment. The following slide shows the reference material obtained from this screenshot. Have a look and see if you can find where the information for the reference can be found. On this slide, you can see the information taken from that internet source. This page is a government site, and so it has a corporate author, in this case the Brisbane City Council. At the bottom of the screen, it is stated that it was last modified on the 3rd of January 2013, which gives you the date of creation. The retrieval date is the date you access and find the information. And finally, you state the URL. You will learn more when you follow the referencing tutorial for this Study Skills series. Once you have found and accessed your required information, you now need to extract what is relevant for your document. Avoid cutting and pasting. Read the text and write the required information in your own words. This is called paraphrasing. Paraphrasing and summarizing are valuable skills. Paraphrasing helps you to understand the meaning of the original wording and controls the temptation to quote too much. This slide shows you the 6 steps to be able to paraphrase effectively. It may take you some time initially, But once you have mastered the technique, you will find it helps you to clearly understand the original material and therefore to be able to express yourself more easily. The next step is to organize and collate your information. To do this, use your document structure and action plan. Place all like information together and in the right order for the reader. You are now ready to start writing your draft copy. The guidelines refer to organizational policies, including the document format, structure, font style and size, margins, line spacing, headings, and the numbering system. These guidelines ensure all documents meet the organizational standards. You will find these guidelines listed for you in your assessment resources. We have now come to the conclusion for this stage. Once your research has been completed and the collected data has been collated and organized, you are ready to commence writing your report. Stage 2 of this series on how to write a report will guide you through the parts of a standard formal report. Happy writing!